Duke coming off a 27-point loss. Miami coming off a 27-point win. One of those teams has to go the other direction on Saturday. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com. For the Blue Devils, the loss at Clemson, their worst loss since the 1990 championship game against UNLV. But they have never lost at home to Miami, 5-0 all-time against the Hurricanes at Cameron Indoor. Let's bring in CBS College Sports' Steve Lappas to break this down. And, Steve, home court, so important in college basketball, but emotions are also important. You got opposite emotions coming into this one. How do you see it playing out?
Well, I tell you, Miami will come in with some confidence. Duke, though, will come in on fire, because don't think Mike Krzyzewski is not talking with his team today and last night long and hard about what happened to them yesterday. If there's one team in America that you don't want to play this weekend, it's Duke.
Well, 47 points, those offensive numbers, they weren't good. They couldn't handle the press that Clemson put on the entire night. Any chance you think Miami comes out and tries to imitate that a little bit, even though that's not their strength?
It's not their strength. Now, they may pressure a little bit, but the one thing you do when you play Duke in Cameron Indoor and you pressure them and they are attacking you like you know they're gonna, that opens up for a lot of open shots, whether they're threes or drives going to the basket. So I think Miami's going to try and play the conservative zone that they used a lot of last night, try and keep Duke slow down, keep them out on the perimeter, and hope that they miss.
And also hope that Duke doesn't have an answer for Jack McClinton, because he's a guy that probably doesn't get the publicity he deserves because he plays at Miami, but he's one of the best players in the country, Steve.
Well, he could beat you by himself. He had 32 last night. The next score was Hurdle with 11. So, I mean, this is a team that relies primarily on Jack McClinton. He scores 32 points of their 70-some points that they had last night. So when he's on fire like that, they can beat a lot of teams because they, too, are a very good defensive team. That's what they're going to rely on in this game. But I think if there's one coach who can hold down one guy, it's Mike Krzyzewski, and I just can't see McClinton getting those kind of looks in this game.
You know, and maybe the guy you put on him, Steve, is Gerald Henderson, because while he can wear you down offensively, and he certainly has done that the last 8 games, he can get in you defensively as well.
Well, he's a great athlete, and he's been Duke's best player, really, over the recent few games. Shooting 52% from the field on the season. He's a much-improved three-point shooter. He's athletic enough and tall enough to give McClinton plenty of problems.
All right, Steve, Miami has never won at Cameron Indoor. They did win the last time these two teams played, though. That was in Miami, a thriller, 96-95. McClinton had a great game. How do you see this one playing out? Who wins?
They're not winning at Cameron Indoor Stadium this weekend either. Mark that one down.
All right, well, real quickly, you think it'll be a blowout like the Maryland game?
I think it's going to be a 15-plus point win for Duke.
All right, we'll see how that all plays out on Saturday afternoon. Steve Lappas, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, folks, for more on this game or any other this weekend, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Check out everything else all over the CBS Audience Network. For Steve Lappas, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.